There we go. Hello everyone, welcome to a very nice game played between Bobby Fischer and Rene Letelier Martner. It was played at Leipzig, East Germany in 1960 at the 14th Olympiad, and Rene was playing from Chile. He was a Chile international master from Chile, and Bobby Fischer was playing from USA, and both were playing for board one. The tournament was won by the Russian team because they had too many beasts in their team, like Mikhail Dahl, Botvinnik, Smyslov, Paul Karras, and Viktor Korchnoi. So 5 beasts, and of course Russia won the tournament, but overall it was a strong open team tournament, and this is a nice game, and nice is an understatement, by the way. This is one of my very favorite Bobby Fischer games, if not the favorite, and it features a very common thing that happens in the King's Indian. Like sometimes white overextends and black crushes, and this is why I like King's Indian a lot. Like King's Indian is all about giving white the center and then striking at the right moment, giving some material up for collapsing the entire position. Like you convert all the space into weaknesses. So we'll see all that, and a little background on, I'm not giving any background on Bobby Fischer because you can search him, you can search anything on the internet, and most of you know about him. A little background on Rene Letelier Martner. He was a strong player. He was an international master, as I told, and he has even finished ahead of players like Osip Bernstein and Miguel Najdorf in the 1954 UNESCO Olympiad. So he is no person to be trifled with or trifled with. Okay, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, so I'll have to check. So let's begin. As I revealed that it's a King's Indian, white played d4, and Rene is white and Bobby is black. Bobby plays knight f6, stopping e4, c4, g6, knight c3, preparing e4, and of course in the King's Indian you play bishop g7 and allow all the center to come. And now the main move is d6, preventing e5, but castles is also very plausible reply. And now the most common ways to play are not to overextend. Play knight f3, play f3. f3 is something I like, the same each variation. Yeah, many ways to play. But Rene played e5, knight e8, and e5 is like, e5 is not particularly bad, but it's also too committal of a move. You commit your pawn to e5 and now d6 is going to come. And now there will always be pressure on e5. So he played f4, which is even more like you're moving too many pawns. It's a known opening, but it's still not considered very good because you're moving too many pawns. You're not developing any pieces. So d6 was played. He played bishop e3, and now Bobby plays like you should. This is the most instructive moment of the game. And for those of you who are kind of intermediate players, like who have learned chess, who have become better at it, but still who are shaky, like I'm talking about the players above 1,000 rating range, but less than somewhat, let's say 1,800. This is a very instructive moment. Bobby plays c5. Like you give up this pawn, but you kind of take away the entire center. You strike, and in King's Indian you have to give up material to like collapse white's position. It's not collapsing here, but like I'm just saying that you have to put pressure, and he takes on c5, and now black plays knight c6. And you see he didn't take back, because why would you take back? First of all, your queen is hanging, and second of all, anyway you wouldn't take back because you have to develop and just activate. You'll see. He takes on d6, pawn takes on d6, and now, of course, white will never take on d6 because after knight d6, I mean, I can safely say that black is borderline winning, and this is just crushing. Like, there is, these knights are awesome. This bishop is borderline developed. Rook is coming to e8. All of black's pieces are in the game. This bishop is loose. Let's just say white plays a silly move like a3. He can even play rook e8. And if king f2 defending, you can even sacrifice the rook. And after king takes, you can come with the queen to b6, bishop to d4. Like, this is like queen b6. Let's say, where does the king go? King f3, you can play knight d4, and this is losing straight out. So sorry, he played knight to e4, which is another suboptimal move. You just allow bishop f5, and again you cannot take back. That's the problem. If you take, by the way, if you take with the pawn, again rook e8 and the same rook e3 ideas, king f2, and again the rook e3 ideas, the sacrifice. So queen takes. Even this is like not losing, I won't say, but knight b4, threatening this fork. I mean this monster fork. You see? So rook d1, let's say, knight c2, king f2, knight e3, king e3, bishop b2. You win back the pawn. So you are down a pawn, but these bishops are going to rule the board, and this rook. I mean, this is, even if this is not completely winning, this is so easy to play with black. Oh my god. So he will not accept this pawn most likely, and he played knight g3. Fischer plays bishop e6, keeping the bishop. And now is the moment. Okay, first knight f3 was played, so giving some support to e5, but it's all superficial. Bobby plays queen c7, putting pressure on e5, and he's not taking directly because after a queen trade the pressure is relieved. Usually when the king is in the center, like the white king is in the center, and there is so much pressure on white's position, and the queen is required to maintain that pressure, so you don't want to trade it. Queen b1, this is a terrible move. His idea was not bad. He wanted to push f5, but he should have done that probably directly, and after, let's say, taking with the pawn, now bishop d3, put pressure, and even now black is much better, but still this is much better than what he did. He played queen b1. Sorry about that. Queen b1. He tried to prepare f5, but this is blocking the rook. I mean, the queen is on an awkward square. This is going to be disastrous, as you will see. Bobby takes e5, and you cannot take back. So if you take, then the knight takes, and the e file opens up, and now the rooks are coming, and this is not going to work. I mean, even if you, let's say, take queen e5, and now this bishop is under pressure. Let's say king f2, to f5, and you're just getting trashed. So he didn't take, he played f5. And Bobby plays here something interesting. Maybe this is also working. I think this is the best way to play according to the computer, but we're going to focus on the game. This is you played e4, and he took, which was disastrous, because now Fischer took on f3, and now you cannot take on f7 because, come on, do you want to allow this battery to stay on that file? You don't. Nobody wants that. So you don't take, you take back on f3. Now Fischer plays f5. And this is a beautiful move. You're not taking, you're not directly opening the f file. You're creating an even better threat. You're creating f4 as a threat. And now it will fork two pieces. He's provoking f4 from white, which white plays. But now he plays f6. And this is such a calm move, but this is such a beautiful knight now. And now, like, the rooks are coming. And you'll see, white will try this whole time to consolidate with bishop e2, king f2, rook e1, but black has a lot of time. This position is so good that black can easily, you'll see, bishop e2, rook f8, king f2, rook e6, and now you see he has all the time in the world to develop. Rook e1, and the rook comes to e8, and bishop f3 was played. It's very natural, but it's a losing blunder actually. Bishop f3 is a losing blunder, even though he's losing anyway. F3 is just, even though. So it looks like white is slowly consolidating. He's guarding the bishop, but he's really not. And these rooks are monsters. Like, these are, look at black's pieces. You cannot compare these pieces with these pieces. Come on. That queen is so flexible, and this queen is just stuck on b1. This rook is doing nothing. So, and now Fischer, you can talk about all these things, but Fischer just makes a concrete calculation and finishes this game off. So there will be two pause the video moments. So this is the first one. Pause the video and try to find the move played by Bobby Fischer. A hint would be to just consider the power of these rooks. So, okay. I'll give you a couple of seconds. I hope you were able to find the move, and if you weren't, now you should be able to find the move because I've drawn the arrow. So rook e3 was played, sacrificing the exchange. Rook e3, rook e3, king e3, and now again you can pause the video, but I mean, if you found the move earlier, you should know what is happening. The king is defending f4. Oh, I'll give you a couple of seconds to figure out. The king is defending f4, but the king is really not defending f4. Queen f4 was played. Okay, let's do that again. Queen f4 was played. Yeah, this was fun. And here just white just resigned. You cannot play any move. If you take the queen, there is this savage bishop h6, checkmate. The pawn is covering these two squares, the bishop is slicing this diagonal, and the knight is controlling the crucial e5 square. So you can't take, and if you try to guard the bishop, you can just resign, because after some line like this, let's say, now after knight d4 you don't have a move. You cannot defend the bishop. The bishop is pinned. If you try to come with the queen, you just lose the queen. I mean, there are just too many pieces, and you cannot. If you give up the bishop, let's say you say I'm giving up the bishop, then you're losing. You have no pieces. These pieces are just coming at you. So Rene just realized this when Queen f4 was played, and he resigned with grace, and the game was over. So see how this is just 23 moves long, this game, miniature. So you see, things can go very wrong in the King's Indian if you don't develop with white. I mean, black is developing very quickly, and also you have to realize King's Indian is all about striking at the right moment. So with black pieces, you have to strike. You have to give up material. And if you do, you just get paid very heavily for that. So that's the game. And hopefully I'll come up with another Bobby Fischer game. The next game, I think, is also going to be a Bobby Fischer game. A short one, if you know what I mean. And we'll see. Hopefully I'm coming up with the next game soon, and thank you all for watching, and I'll see you soon.